Good morning and Assalamu alaikum student. I am Saima Adhikari, teaching in Anjuman Islam Abdul Azim Khatkate English Secondary School Faji. Today we are going to learn 7th chapter Energy Flow in an Ecosystem of Standard 9th. So let's start our today's topic. Okay student, over here in this picture what you see? Yes, you see the different living organisms and the different non-living thing. And what is this all about? This is our environment. This is our surrounding. This is our ecosystem. What is included in our ecosystem? There are number of things which are there in our ecosystem. Here in this slide you see there are a few birds, few animals are there. Okay, there is a water, there is sunlight, there is a farmer, there is a butterfly. So all these are the component. There are plants, there are grass. So there are so many things which are there in this picture. So these all things are included in our ecosystem, in our surrounding, in our environment. Okay, and an ecosystem is a community of a living organism in conjunction with non-living component of their environment interacting as a system. As you know, in our environment we see few living organisms. There are certain factor, non-living factor on which we are dependent. Okay, the factors, living factors of our environment, they are known as biotic factors, and the non-living components are known as abiotic factor. In our environment, the living organism, here you can see tiger, here you can see cow, buffaloes, human being, bird, butterfly, plants are there, so many plants are there, other animals are there. So these all are the living component. So what are the non-living components here? Yes, we have non-living components also in our environment, such as water is there, sun is there, wind is there, so soil is there. These all are the non-living component on which we all depend. Our life is depend on all these non-living components also. So there are two factors in our environment. One is a biotic factor and another one is a abiotic factor. In our environment, whole environment, the whole world, okay, in a whole world, in our whole surrounding environment, we see there are different geographical region. Okay, we see the different ecosystem in our surroundings. So what are those ecosystem? We have the desert ecosystem in our surrounding, we have a freshwater ecosystem, we have forest ecosystem, we have marine water ecosystem. So all these are what? These all are the different region, and we find the different habitat in this region. We find the different animals in this region, we find different animals in water, we find different animals in a desert region, we find different animals over here in a forest. So these all are the different areas, and these are the different ecosystem. This is a desert ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem, forest ecosystem, marine water ecosystem, and all the ecosystem combinedly form what? Our environment, our surrounding. Let us see more about our ecosystem and our surrounding. Okay, in our ecosystem, in our surrounding, in our environment, what we find? We find the plant. Okay, and there are different types of a plant in our environment, where we find that there are some huge trees. Okay, some are very tall, some plants we use as a food, some plants have a flowers, some plants are the insectivorous plant. So these all plants are what? They are the producers in our environment. Okay, why we call them producer? Because they prepared the food for most of a living living organism on our earth. That's why we call them producers. So we have producers in our environment. Grass, plant, crop, these all are the producers. Okay, then after a producer we see the different organism here in this picture. Which organisms we see here? We see the goat, grasshopper, giraffe, elephant, squirrel. So all these organisms, they depend upon whom for their food? Yes, they depend upon whom? They depend on the producer for their food. So what we call to these animals? Yes, we call them herbivorous animal, as well as we call them a primary consumers. Why we call them primary consumer? Because they feed on plants. That's why we call them primary consumer. And there are certain organisms, few organisms, those who feed, those who eat these primary consumer. And what we call them? We call them a secondary consumer. And secondary consumer, and who eat that? Those secondary consumer? Tertiary consumers eat them. Okay, so we have primary consumers, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, apex consumers in our environment. And what are the producers? Plants are the producers in our environment. Okay, primary consumers, they depend on autotrophs or a producer for their food. And secondary consumer, they depend on what? Secondary consumers are whom? Your those who depend on the primary consumer for their food, such as your frog, your frogs. These all are what? They are secondary consumer. And we have some apex consumers also. They depend on primary also, they depend on secondary consumers also for their food. Okay, let us see the next part of your chapter, that is food chain. Now what is food chain? As you know that there are what you see here in this picture, we see a sun. Okay, and what is the use of a sun in our environment? Yes, we get the heat, we get the light from a sun. Okay, and who use that light? Okay, plant, they absorb the sunlight. And when they absorb the sunlight, what they do? They perform photosynthesis process. And when they perform photosynthesis process, what happens? When they perform photosynthesis process, they prepared their food. Okay, and there are few living organisms such as grasshopper. Here you can see the grasshopper. Okay, and this grasshopper is depend upon what? Is they prepare their own food? No, they don't prepare their own food. Then what they eat? They eat what? They eat grass. Okay, they eat grass. That means they are depend on whom? They are depend on producers. So what we call them? We call them a primary consumer. And who eat grasshopper? Yes, frog eat grasshopper. So as the frog eat grasshopper, so what will be the frog? Frog will be the secondary consumer over here. And who eat this frog? Yes, obviously the snake. Snake eat frog. So when the snake eat frog, so snake will consider under which consumer? Tertiary consumer. And there are few living organisms, those who feed on snake also. Hog, okay, or a eagle, they come and they eat what? They eat snake. So here we have what we have here. We see there is a dependency of a living organism for their food on other living organism. Here the grasshopper is depend on whom? Grasshopper is depend upon plant for their food. Frog is depend on grasshopper for their food. A snake is depend on frog or their food. And hawk or a eagle, they feed what? They feed on a snake. So here what we call to this type of interaction? We call them a food chain. So food chain is a food chain. There is a definite sequence of interaction between producer, consumer and these saprophytes in is called as a food chain. Now what are these saprophytes? What are this primary consumer, secondary consumer, that we have already discussed. Okay, producers are whom? Grass are the producer. Why we call them producer? Because they prepare the food for all living organism. That's why we call them producer. They trap the solar energy, they perform the photosynthesis, and they prepare their own food. Okay, and then who depends on the grass? Grasshopper, then frog, then hawk, the snake, then hawk. And when these living organisms die, then what will happen? These decomposers, they decompose these living organisms, okay, and convert them into the simple organic substance, which then get mixed with the soil, and then the plant will take those nutrients. So this is what, this is the whole cycle of a flow of energy. Okay, over here there are, these are all living organisms, they depend on a food for on other living organism. So there is a definite interaction between whom? Between producers and all the consumers. And a saprophyte is known as, is called as a food chain. Here in the slide, here you can see the different examples of a food chain. Okay, here there is what, this is what, this is a grass, grasshopper, frog, snake, and a hawk. Okay, this example we already saw. Over here there is a second food chain. What is that? In that second food chain, which living organisms are there? First, what is a producer over here? Yes, here there is a producer, what? A carrot. Okay, over here you can see the carrot. Who eat that carrot? Rabbit eat the carrot. And who eat the rabbit? Maybe the fox will eat the rabbit. And who will eat the fox? This is lion or a tiger. Okay, so the lion will eat this fox. So here this is a food chain, this is another food chain. Okay, this and then we will see a simple food chain over here. Which all living organisms are there in a third food chain? Yes, we have a corn crop, then we have this rat over here, and then a owl. So here there are the different interaction between this living organisms. Here you can see the different example of a food chain. Okay, now let us discuss the food chain in a more detail. Okay, if suppose we have, as you know, there are number of living organisms which are there in our surrounding. Here you can see there are different living organisms. Which living organisms? Here you see in the this particular picture. Here we can see the crop, here we can see the grasshopper, frog, rat, panther, wolf is there, eagle is there, sparrow is there, then a fruit fly is there, butterfly is there, caterpillar is there. So all these living organisms are there in our environment. And what is their interaction? Okay, if we suppose consider this interaction over here, grasshopper, what the grasshopper eat? Grasshopper eat corn. Okay, and who will eat the grasshopper? Frog will eat a grasshopper. Who will eat frog? Yes, snake will eat frog. And here then the eagle or a hawk will eat the snake. So this is what this black color arrows are representing. One food chain. Is there only one food chain in this picture? No, there are many food chains over here. How? Let us see the second food chain over here. Here what we have? Here we have a rat. And what did the rat eat? They depend on the plant for their food. Okay, and who will eat rat? Yes, snake also eat. Snake eat frog, as well as they can eat the rat also, mouse also. And who will eat this snake? That eagle or a hawk will eat the this snake. So here the green color arrow is representing the second food chain. Okay, similarly we can have here number of a food chain. Here the orange one, let us see the orange one. Okay, butterfly, they depend on plant for their food. Then frog also eat butterfly. They don't eat only the grasshopper. Frog also eat what? They also eat butterfly also. Then who will eat the frog? Then again snake. Then again hawk will eat the snake. So similarly here, if you will see in this particular picture, there are different food chain in this category. Okay, so here we don't have the simple linear food chain. Linear means a simple straight line food chain. We don't have here. We have number of a food chain in this picture. Okay, so here if we will include one more picture over here, maybe lion or a tiger, if we will include here, then what the lion or a tiger may eat? They may eat the other animals. Okay, so what will happen over here? This food chain will become more and more complicated. They will look like a web. Okay, it look like a web. So such type of a food chain, such type of a interaction of a different food chain is known as food web. Okay, in food web, what is a food web definition? An intricate web instead of a linear food chain is called as a food web. So this is about our today's lecture. Here we have discussed what? We discussed about the food chain and a food web. We have also discussed about the primary consumers, secondary consumer, apex consumers and omnivores. Thank you everyone.